Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Vooch, obviously, a jammed-packed second half of the season. As you look ahead to it, how do you go about preparing for such a daunting task of so many games in such a short period of time?
I mean, it's the same for everyone. We just have to make sure we're mentally prepared for it, physically prepared for it. We take care of our bodies. We make sure when we have time off, we rest. But I mean, the first part wasn't too much different either. It was a lot of games. But so it is what it is. I mean, it's the same for every team. We don't have it, harder than any other team. It's just the way it is, and we just have to approach it like that, and try to play the best we can. So we'll see how things go, but we got to take it one game at a time, and hopefully we can play better in the first part of the season.
Go ahead, Dan.
Vooch, now that you've had a little bit of time to reflect on the All-Star weekend, what was the most enjoyable part about it for you?
I mean, just being out there with all the rest of the players. Obviously, you play on the court with some of the best players in the world. It's it's always a huge thing. Something that I'll definitely when I look back on it, always have take a lot of pride in that I had the chance to do that. It's a special moment, and you share the court with some of the greatest. You're on the court with LeBron, Steph, and all those guys. It's special. So no, it's something that I look back on and definitely enjoy. Also, skills challenge was fun for me, and I was able to make it past first round, which I did in the first time I went out there, and then second round again, and then in the final championship, whatever. Came really close. So it was fun just to be out there. See some of those guys that I know pretty well off the court, and also have my friends come in. Spend some time with them. So it was it was a short weekend. We missed all the interaction with the fans, all the the events and all the stuff that usually happen over the whole weekend, but it was still fun to be out there. I think that if you ask any player now, they'd say they'd be happy that the game happened and that we're there on the court. I thought we played pretty well. We put on a good show. Especially Steph, Giannis, and Dame, and especially the way he finished the game off. But yeah, it was special to be part of it.
Paul Casanova, EDF Sports.
Hi, Butch. You've had a pretty good year so far this year. Is there anything that you'd like to work on for the second half? Any goals you have for the second half of the season?
No, just to continue to play at a high level. Continue with the way I've been playing the first half of the season, and hopefully, we get some guys back into the lineup and stay healthy and try to make a push and get some wins. So that's pretty much it. The goal is to try to get to one of the 10 spots that at least we get into the playing tournament for the playoffs. So that's the goal. So hopefully we can get there.
Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Vooch, as you look ahead to this Miami Heat team that you'll be facing tomorrow, what are some of the challenges against them and some of the keys for your group in that game?
Yeah, they've been playing very well as of lately. I think they won 5 in a row or something like that. So, obviously they're a very good team. They went to the finals last year. They have pretty much the same team back. And obviously they're led by Jimmy Butler and Adebayo and Dragic. So they have a lot of very good players on that team. The guys that can score. They're very well organized defensively. They do a great job. They don't give anything easy for you. You have to really work for it. And offensively, just have a lot of ways to score. Through Bam, through Jimmy, through Robinson and Hero, Dragic. There's a lot of guys that just know how to play ball, high basketball IQ players, and so it makes it hard to play against them. And they always compete, they always bring it, and they, like I said, they've been playing very well. They want to make a push for sure and climb, up the standings going into the playoffs. So we're gonna have to bring our best for sure. We're gonna see them twice in 3 days.
Josh Cohen, OrlandoMagic.com.
Hi, Vooch. With the NCAA tournament approaching soon and USC going to be in it, two-part question. A, do you pay attention to USC at all throughout the year? And B, what are your fondest memories of playing for USC, especially in the tournament?
No, sure. I follow USC, as much as I can. Unfortunately, being here, we don't get many of the games on TV and stuff, but I follow them closely. They've been playing great this season. I just saw that Evan Mobley, he was the first player to get freshman player of the year, Pac-12 player of the year, player Pac-12, so freshman Pac-12 player of the year, player Pac-12 of the year, and was it defensive or something? So he's hell of a talent, one of the best at USC ever. So it's been, he's been great, and all the other guys as well. So it's yeah, hopefully they can have a very good NCAA tournament. Go deep. It'll be fun for sure to watch. And then my fondest memory, I mean, a lot of them. Some of my best memories in life generally are from USC. I mean, the basketball part of for sure. Going to the tournaments twice, winning the Pac-10 tournament. Then that was great. Just the whole experience. I mean, just life in college is not bad. I mean, I think people enjoy it for the most part, which is why I don't really understand why people are becoming so against it for young players to go to college. I mean, it is pretty good. I mean, sure, some things need to change, and the NCAA needs to address some of the rules they have. They need to change them. I mean, you got to update as time goes on. And things have changed. I think the NCAA has to approach those like that, but I think that college offers a lot of great things. I mean, first you get a great education, which I mean, me frankly, I would have never gotten to USC if I wasn't an athlete. So that's something that's special. I mean, you get a scholarship, which most kids in America, spend 40, 50 grand a year just to go to college. And then, I mean, you're an 18, 19-year-old kid on 30,000, 40,000 people at campus, and you're the man. I mean, that's pretty special. So I think that people that live that understand, and they know how I feel. So yeah, I mean, hopefully, people understand that and they keep going to college because it's important.
So let's complete all these. Then I sign them and I'm good.
You got to keep going to reconcile
Okay.
home and order system.
Right, Harry Orlando
So
Sentinel.
as we look at 1, 2, 3.
Coach, Aaron was back in practice today. I'm just curious, how does it feel to have him back out there, and how did he look to you? I mean, I know it's been a while since he's been out there, but how did he look?
He looked pretty good. I mean, it was just one practice, and obviously, the first practice after the break is not always the best, but he felt pretty good. I think that his ankle felt good, which is most important. And then the rest, will just come in time. I think, his rhythm, his, being in shape and all that will just come back in time. But it was good to have him back. He's obviously a big piece of what we do. So hopefully we can get him on the court, pretty soon. I know he'll probably have limited minutes as he gets back into it, but for sure, I mean, he'll be a huge boost for us.
Pat Welter, Spectrum Sports.
Which, as a player, how do you view the second half, big picture wise? You're just a couple games out of 10th in that play-in series to make a third straight playoff appearance potentially. On the other hand, you could argue you guys should be looking maybe at the lottery and potentially making some trades at the deadline to get the most out of some, expiring contracts. So how do you view that as a player?
I mean, the second part of the question, I don't really, look at that. The trades, all that, that's for the front office to do and to decide. That's what they get paid to do. I get paid to be on the court, play, and do my best to help the team win. So I mean, us as players, I mean, we just got to focus on our goal, which is hopefully to get to those one of the positions that's in the top 10 and leads into the playing tournament. Hopefully if we get higher, even greater. But I mean, realistically, obviously it's going to be very hard, and we're not in the best of positions right now, but anything can happen. We have to have a good stretch from the beginning. Hopefully we can get some wins, put together some wins and get a good run. We can win a couple in a row and get back into the mix, and then you never know. So I mean, hopefully, we, like I said, we can get healthy and stay healthy until the end of the year, and that will give us the best chance, and then see where that takes us.
Okay, we have time just for a couple more. Chris Cuff, 24 Flicks.
Hey, Vooch. So this is your second year in the All-Star game. Being around the greatest players, some of the greatest players in the world, does that motivate you to bring your game to another level?
You mean at the All-Star game itself, or in general?
After being in that atmosphere, I mean, does it make you want to push even harder to get up where those guys are? I mean, you're pretty much there, but.
No, for sure. I mean, just I mean, I've said before that also, any achievement I have, individually as a team, it motivates me to keep going and go further and further. And once you taste success, you get addicted to it and you want to keep having it. So for me, like, when I made the first All-Star, it was like, okay, I want to get back there. And then now that I went to it, now I want to continue to do that. I want to make it like, regular thing for me. I want to show that I belong among the best players in the league, same for the playoffs, where they're, we want to go further, we want to keep, improving from there. So sure, anything like that happens to me, I always, it's always motivation. When it's so much more enjoyable to go through these things than when you go through losing and then you have to like really work hard just to try to motivate yourself to play because you play for nothing. To where now when you play for something, it's night and day. So hopefully we can continue to have success.
Okay, I think we're all set. Thank you so much, Nikola.
Thank you.